young historians, welcome back to Mr. G's virtual classroom. Happy Thursday. I hope we're all having a great day. In class, I probably would be like, except for, but in Mr. G's virtual classroom world, I'll just say it is great to see everyone. I hope we're all having a great day. All right, yesterday's question was asking about the only country in the world named after a female. Such a wild stat. It's only one. The answer was St. Lucia. So very good job. We had a couple right answers. Those of you who answered that right, and hopefully you didn't Google the answer, very nicely done. All right, again, I'm trying to keep track of how our scores are doing, of who's participating. I'll give you maybe a shout out. I'm hoping to compile some of your answers a little bit more clearly today, and then tomorrow maybe I'll give you a shout out of who's doing particularly well. But so far, really good job, kiddos. All right, today's question is going to involve the number 4. So I thought as a background to this question, we could talk about the word quarantine. You probably have heard a lot about it on the news recently, right? Maybe what that word means, a little history of it. Back in the day, during the bubonic plague of when it reached Italy and the Venetian city-states that it occupied, particularly modern-day Croatia. When ships would arrive, they would ask that the ships would take a 30-day hiatus. Right? So basically, the ships would arrive on port, but before they would get off the ship and onto the mainland, they would have to wait 30 days to make sure that if they had any illnesses or if they had the plague at this point, it wouldn't spread to the mainland. This is going to evolve, okay? And eventually this 30-day hiatus isolation, we'll call it, will eventually evolve years later into a 40-day isolation period. And with 40 days, that's where we get the word quarantine. Right? If you think of the root of the word, right? If you think of the word quarter, right? It's 1/4 of a dollar, right? So you have that 4 in there. If you think of, a quart, right, is 1/4 of a gallon. So you're looking at, the word quarantine, right? It has that word quart almost in it. And that's where we get the 40-day isolation period. So that's really the root of the word quarantine comes from being isolated for 40 days. And now we kind of just, in the U.S. today or in the world today, when you use the word quarantine, it doesn't have to be 40 days. It just usually means, an extended period of time of isolation. So that's kind of a fun fact for today. Nothing necessarily for you to answer with that. Just something to learn about. How sometimes in class, whether it's the history of the day or whether we just get off topic, it sometimes is nice just learning about something that's going on in the world, or just, any fun fact to make us, the smartest young historians as possible. So, kiddos, as promised, our history question or trivia of the day today will involve the number 4. Now, if you look at a blank map of the United States, okay, that's completely cool. If you want to look at that, if you want to Google blank map of the United States for the question today, please don't look at a filled-in map because that kind of will defeat the purpose. But if you look at a blank map of the United States, you will see that there's only one place in the U.S. where 4 different states meet at one spot. Okay? When I learned about this, I think I was in 5th grade. Those of you who remember Mr. McCrory was my 5th grade teacher. He's the one who taught me and taught all of us the peninsula. In 5th grade, I remember learning about that, and I remember a whole class was going nuts. Like, no, it looks like 4 states meet here, 4 states meet here. There's only one place where 4 states meet. Right? Only one place in the U.S. where 4 states meet at one point. Your question today is, can you name those 4 states? All right, so tomorrow I'll give you the answers to that. Now wait, if you want a hint on this, okay? If you want a hint, keep listening. If you just want to maybe go look at a blank map, or you're just maybe thinking in your head, okay, I think I know these 4, pause the video, all right, and please comment onto Google Classroom. If you want a hint, here it is. one of the 4 states is Arizona. All right, let's see how we do. Kiddos, have a great Thursday. Enjoy. Again, be nice to everyone who you're with. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Stay smart, kiddos.